was part of the broader Nairobi Rivers regeneration and flood mitigation policy, was designed to prevent flooding and environmental degradation. Wanjau maintains that Gachagua opposed this initiative, a move she claims was contrary to the principles of collective cabinet responsibility. His defense:
President William Ruto and I on the campaign trail gave a solemn undertaking to the people of Kenya that under our administration, that will never happen. So when I was asked to oversee brutal, inhuman eviction against innocent people without notice, without compensation, without due regard to what the Constitution says, I found it very, very difficult. And I rescued myself and allowed the CS for Interior, the Head of Public Service, the PS for Internal Security to proceed.
Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja is also set to testify against Gachagua, accusing him of meddling in the operations of the Nairobi County Government. Sakaja has claimed that Gachagua's interaction with traders at Wakulima Market undermined the county's efforts to relocate them.
Mimi naendelea kusimama na haki ya mwananchi wa kawaida. Si ndio? Tuendelee kusimama na haki ya mwananchi wa kawaida.
The second in command has this for defense.
The traders had sought me out to intervene and request the governor on their behalf to dialogue with them and seek a solution to their grievances with regard to the relocation of markets. Had the governor listened to these traders, they would have had no business coming looking for me. All I was saying is listen to the people. Before you relocate them, have public participation.
Former CEO Kemsa Andrew Mulwa has alleged that Gachagua and his youngest son Keith Gachagua tried to coerce the management to award a 3.7 billion tender to supply mosquito net to a company associated with his son. In his affidavit, Mulwa says he has damning evidence that will prove Gachagua's culpability. Another witness in the impeachment motion against the DP has accused the deputy president of making contradictory statements regarding the ownership of the Olive Garden Hotel. Witness Peterson Mushira, in a sworn affidavit, claimed that Gachagua secretly arranged to retain an interest in the hotel by refunding the purchase price after its sale. Mushira stated that the hotel is now managed by a close associate of the DP, appointed as per their undisclosed agreement.
Based on the response,
the DP has assembled a strong legal defense team led by senior counsel Paul Muite. His lawyers include Victor Swanya, George Wandati, Faith Waigwa, Elisha Ongoya, Ndegwa Njiru, among others. They will face off against National Assembly's legal representatives led by Paul Nyamodi, Eric Gumbo, Kipkogei Moses Kipkemboi, Mudhomi Thiankolu, and others. Gachagua is also expected to present witnesses to argue his case. The hearing will begin tomorrow, Wednesday, with the National Assembly presenting its case. On Thursday, Gachagua will appear before the Senate for a 4-hour defense session, during which he will try to convince the senators to dismiss the charges against him.
And it becomes obvious that we cannot conclude this matter within 2 days.
Brian Amuai, K24.
Away from that now, Transport Principal Secretary Mohamed Dagar has defended the controversial Adani JKIA lease deal, noting that the facility requires an urgent upgrade. According to Dagar, the privately initiated proposal by Adani is the only available avenue to upgrade the facility amid questions over the delays of the deal.
Just days after Adani Energy Solutions reportedly inked a $96 billion deal with Ketraco, Transport Principal Secretary Mohamed Dagar has joined a bandwagon of government officials who have come to the defense of the Adani JKIA lease deal.
We received a privately initiated proposal from the Adani Airport Holdings Limited in March this year. This was a privately initiated proposal as per the PPP Act that KA received it, and then it went through the requisite processes. No project agreement was signed. It is also important to clarify that this is an investment proposal. JKA was not being sold. There was a model into it that Adani was supposed to operate the airport for 30 years, pay a concession fee. There is no any government money that was required from the exchequer.
Dagar's sentiments come amid tough questions regarding the deal, which was halted by the court. With Adani set to invest $1.85 billion in the 30-year period, Dagar noted that the government has fiscal constraints and therefore it cannot fund the much-needed upgrade of the iconic facility.
We do not have the current fiscal space to invest in this airport. Kenya Airports Authority makes a net of $4 billion a year. To raise the $200 billion, assume we do nothing, will require at least 50 years to raise that amount if it was left on behalf of the contracting authority, in this case, to invest in this particular infrastructure.
The PS, alongside Kenya Airways CEO Alan Kilavuka and Kenya Airports Authority Acting CEO Henry Ogoe, who were appearing before the National Assembly Committee on Implementation, were questioned over the performance of the national carrier, with a section of members displeased with its performance compared to rival airlines.
Ethiopia Airlines and the airport, the Bole Airport in Addis Ababa, you land there and you think you are in Heathrow. Us, we are going down. You are even saying, you are admitting, you are shrinking your flight. What is it that the people of Ethiopia are doing that we are not doing as in Kenya? Why are we not protecting our national pride, the pride of Africa?
KAA Acting CEO Henry Ogoe was also put to task over closure of the Kakamega airstrip over its dilapidated state, just a year after renovations worth $174 million.
We have to close it because the runway has developed serious cracks. We have just seen the level of investment which is required. We don't have that money at the moment.
Who was the contractor? What did he do? Why is that airport like in that pathetic situation? And the contractor might just be in town here eating the money of people of Kakamega, and he did total nothing.
As the Kenya Airports Authority struggles to find more funds to run its operations, the trio revealed that plans are underway to decongest and develop facilities across the country, top among them Wilson Airport, before leasing it to private airlines in a bid to generate revenue.
This one.
Ian Keitani, K24 TV, Nairobi.
Universities Academic Staff Union UASU, together with the Kenya Universities Staff Union KUSU, have issued a 7-day strike notice to the government due to delays in implementing the 2021-25 collective bargaining agreement and failing to honor a return-to-work formula. Listing their demands, they have further called for dialogue, noting that the political climate is being used as an excuse to backtrack on their agreements. And as Harry Chumea now reports, students have been urged to desist incitement amid political tensions.
Know that on Tuesday, we are starting the mother of all strikes.
Yet another strike by university employees looms just weeks after they suspended their nationwide action. The 7-day strike notice follows government delays in implementing the 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement, as well as failure to honor a return-to-work formula.
Universities agreed that automatic annual increment shall be computed at 4% of the basic salary for the 2 years of the CBA cycle of 2021-2025, starting 1st July 2023. Yet to date, neither has the RTWF been operationalized nor the CBA implemented. The return to work formula of 26th September 2024, or we go back to the streets. And we are giving the government only 1 week to implement that return to work formula. Today is 15th, and our members expect new salaries next week.
Among the demands listed is the implementation of the new salary scales between 7% and 10% and convening of an interministerial committee that should finalize the remaining items of the CBA.
By next Tuesday, university should have given our members the new pay slips with the 7 to 10% factored.
They have also called for dialogue, expressing concerns that the current political climate is being used as an excuse to backtrack on previously agreed terms.
As unions, we strongly encourage dialogue
within the political leadership class. It should not be at the expense of justice, equity, and order. Further, we urge all staff and students to remain alert to reactionary forces intent on incitement and maintain calm and restraint. It is our view that both the Senate and judiciary have a responsibility to protect the interests of the public and workers in general as they discharge their respective responsibilities on the subject matter.
Harriet Chimea, K24.
Solidarity forever.
Well, we take our first break right here on K24 Evening Edition. We'll be back with more in a short while.
Hii Septemba endelea kufurahia